It's an all-Dublin rivalry renewed now. A matchup all Irish boxing fans have been looking forward to since their first meeting in 2014, which had everything. Declan Geraghty disqualified in the fourth round against Jono Carroll then, despite being ahead on the referee's scorecard, and the hostilities have continued pretty much ever since. Thomas Triber for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 12 rounds and will be for the IBF Intercontinental Super Featherweight Championship. Brought to you by Greg Horn on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, along with their great sponsors, 32 Red and Foot Asylum. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, Steward in Charge John Williamson, Timekeeper Dale Elliott, along with the International Boxing Federation, President Darryl Beatles, Supervisor Roberto Reyna. Our three judges scoring on a 10-point bus system will be Marcus McDonald of England, Mufadel El Ghazawi of Holland, and Gerhard Siegel of Austria. When the bell rings, our referee in charge will be Bob Williams of England. Introducing to you first the challenger, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He's wearing black with red and weighed at 9 stone 3 pounds. Coming to us from Dublin, he brings a professional record consisting of 17 wins. Just 2 of these with 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Declan Pretty Boy Geraghty. His opponent across the ring, he is the defending champion, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He's wearing black with white and weighing in at 9 stone 3 pounds. Hailing from Dublin, he is undefeated with 15 wins. 2 of those wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending IBF Intercontinental Super Featherweight Champion, Jono Carroll.
Okay, lads, obey my commands. In the event of a knockdown, the fighter standing will go to the furthest neutral corner and stay there. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves.
All the talking, all the animosity. Well, it's only words. Now it's the fight. Bob Williams, the referee. A lot of people might say good luck. Almost kicked off at the press conference earlier this week. Security had to step between them, and the bookies have found them difficult to split. Declan Geraghty is the narrow favourite, and you see from the statistics while the introductions were made there, he's slightly the taller man, a southpaw. In fact, both of them fighting out of the right-hand lead, and that's a good opening attack from Geraghty. He's the taller man, and he'll try and make that reach count.
Well, that's the important thing, John, the reach, not so much the height, the reach, much longer arms than Jono Carroll. And that's what he needs to use. And Carroll's got to slip and slide. You know, he moves his head quite well, Carroll, but he's got to slip and slide. He's got to slide inside the target and come back with his own.
Carroll has derided Geraghty for having a lack of stamina. Said he's a 3 or 4 round fighter, and he's, in his words, I'm a 15 round fighter, never mind a 12 round fighter. Threatening to bleach his beard round about Christmas is Jono Carroll.
Some beard as well, isn't it? Really huge.
Didn't used to be allowed once upon a time. Remember when Danny Williams had to trim his beard, and it was more of a 5 o'clock shadow compared with that.
It's good from Kennedy. I think the referee said work it out.
Good opening round. And he's cut. Carroll is cut in the opening round. Remember, he was cut in his last fight against Humberto de Santiago back in November, and that provoked a furious attack, and he sent Santiago to the first defeat of his professional career. Well, here again, he is cut. Whether it's been done by punches or a clash of heads, I'm not too sure, but there's going to be work in the corner for Niall Byrne, Carroll's cutsman, because he just dabs a bit uncomfortably at that right eye for confirmation, but it is definitely blood that is now just oozing from the gash along the eyebrow line.
But he did take a couple of good left hands early in the round, so maybe one of those caught the cut. Have to wait and see. Moving his feet quite well here. Oh, good left hand and a good right hand as well there from Carroll. Just when Geraghty was trying to get some good movement in.
One thing we know about Carroll is that he is supremely fit. But now, once again, and a punch after the bell goes. Apologies immediately from Carroll to the referee. Now, let's have a look at that. It looks a mess. Niall Byrne did a fantastic job keeping another Dubliner, Luke Keeler, in Conrad Cummings' fight right here back in April.
Yeah,
that was superb job, and he's got to do it again.
Fantastic job stopping them from, because they were horrendous cuts for Keeler. Again, it's a fantastic start from Geraghty. Look at that straight left, and I think he lands with another one almost straight after. Well, not two long left hands. But then Carroll slowly got back into the round. But for me, I think
might have been that chopping left hand there. You see
just maybe the inside of the glove, maybe just pushing against the skin.
Sort of slashing left hand, which cut across his eyebrow. Good start though for Geraghty. Well, we reckon it was a punch. The officials are saying that it's heads that have caused that.
Well, that can make a whole difference if the cut gets worse. Oh, good shot there by Geraghty. And Carroll complaining. Again, you sort of feel just by the stature that Carroll has to be the aggressor.
Well, that's his normal modus operandi.
And he puts his punches together quite well in combinations as well, but Geraghty nice and sharp. As soon as Carroll gets close, he's just...
heads went in there. And Geraghty's forehead crashed into the face of Carroll. Been a lot of talk about this fight around Belfast. Oh, good work again from Geraghty. Quality boxing.
Fantastic left uppercut and the right hook to finish off as well. Just got to make sure you don't go too far back to the ropes there, Geraghty. He's moving quite well, just sometimes he's sticking himself on the ropes.
Another solid right hand Geraghty lands. And this is what Carroll does. He never stops coming forward, and he's always finding aggression. Trades. Where is his heart on his sleeve?
Oh, and then some good body shots there from Carroll, making Geraghty work for everything. Oh, lovely work. And again there from Carroll.
This is better.
Good job also.
Both of them only live about 20 minutes apart in Dublin, but Carroll has become very much a favourite here in Belfast. There's going to be twists and turns aplenty.
Good right hook there from Carroll. I think he's one slightly the heavier.
Oh, brilliant. That was quality from Carroll. And again. What a tremendous exchange, Barry.
Even though it's good exchange from Carroll, there's a little left hand in that little exchange also from Geraghty.
High quality second round, and Jono Carroll on work rates might have taken that one. Big effort from Jono Carroll in that round, Barry, and he showed us what he's capable of.
Well, it was a good start from Geraghty, I thought. Oh, he's going to say it, but I thought then Carroll then just that constant pressure. After having to take some good combinations early in the round, he come back for me and he ripped it right onto the grass there of Geraghty.
Good fight starting to develop as we move into the third. Melbourne has done a good job on that cut. Cut sustained on the face of Carroll in the opening round of the fight. The head's going in again. Bob Williams telling him to keep the punches up. Oh, good work.
It's good for the referee. You know, he's given the opportunity to work their way out.
Well, he was only too well aware, Bob, about the animosity that there's been. And a lot of people had sort of said to him, well, I wouldn't really want to be the third man in the ring for that one, including, I think, some of his colleagues, but he's doing a good job. So much talent around this division in the UK at the moment and here in Ireland. Leon Woodstock, the Leicester lad, will be watching this with interest.
Geraghty just dipping down to his left there, but just hands low, and Carroll making him pay with just two left hands over the top.
Neither of them big knockout artists, Barry. They're not huge punchers, even though they're busy and
they're not, but
aggressive.
You can see there's a bit of good work from Carroll. Good work from Carroll.
I think he felt that one, Geraghty.
Geraghty got a bit of snap to his work, and I think Carroll got plenty of weight on his shots as well.
Carroll senses that he's hurt him.
Shots.
And he's done it again. And he's in trouble now. Touchdown. That's going to be a knockdown. Great work from Carroll. Sustained aggression. And he now has a smile on his face. He's approaching this with fiendish glee.
Good body shot there from Carroll as well in exchange.
He's looking to take Geraghty out, and Geraghty's legs stiffening again. Still got 30 seconds to survive. And Carroll displaying tremendous ferocity here in this third round. His last fight ended in the third. Surely it's not going to happen again.
Well, not against this calibre of opposition, you would have thought so. What an effort and what a determination from Geraghty to just try and stay up, doing everything to survive.
Crunching body shots. 10 seconds for Geraghty to see it out to the bell. Oh, what a round for Jono Carroll. And Ireland salutes him. Another brilliant 3 minutes, and Geraghty lands one this time after the bell. The referee mops his brow, as well he might. What a round.
Close, he catches, down, goes, easy. Pushing, don't single, choose. Remember how we work it in the ring, in the gym. Choose it. Not just 6-8 punches. Pushing, bam. Pull the hands down, bam. Remember about the hands. And when he stays here, pull the hands down.
Well, Carroll's gone back to his corner with damage around his left eye now as well, I think. But
look at the accuracy in his work.
Attack.
It all started with a solid right jab, and then he had that left hand over the top. But you know what? That might have saved Geraghty. That hand, that glove that hit the floor, which is technically a knockdown, might have saved him from the fight being finished, because he was all over the place, really struggling. You know, he got great courage and fitness to just stay up and keep throwing back, but he was getting caught with big, accurate shots. Fantastic round.
It is producing it. It really is. And if you've never seen Carroll fight before, you get an idea of why he's so very, very popular here in Belfast and indeed across the whole of Ireland.
Oh.
Switching attack from body to head. Geraghty has to find a way to ride out the storm and to somehow stop this constant aggression of Carroll.
Good job there from Carroll, stepping in behind a real solid shot.
Good head movement.
Oh, good uppercut there from Geraghty. Lovely shot.
Geraghty said he wanted a strong referee, and Bob Williams is doing the job.
Looks like he's going to turn around already, doesn't he, Geraghty?
He's got to hope that this storm, which is
the body shot
coming in on him here, an absolute firestorm of punches, that somehow it blows itself out. That's good from Geraghty.
Oh.
Brilliant elusive skills and then quality shots off the ropes.
But again, it's relentless pressure, isn't it, off the strong Carroll.
Carroll likes to think of himself as a bit of a throwback fighter, and you can kind of see what he means.
Well, yeah, he likes to fight in the close range, likes to work away.
Referee just reminding him, though, to keep his punches up. Geraghty seems to have regained his composure.
Yeah, he still looks a bit tired, a little bit loose, a little bit wild. Those body shots, I think they've taken effect.
Oh, what a shot that is. Great right hand. And Geraghty backpedaling.
He's doing the right thing, John. He's been hit with a shot. He's just moving on, trying to get a bit of a rest, find his feet again.
Be a 10-8 round, the last one for Jono Carroll. And the relentless aggression will be catching the judges' eyes again here.
But just when you think Geraghty's looking really spent, like physically tired, he fires backwards, so just enough, just something enough to let Carroll know it's not all his own way. Oh, good, lovely jab and a left hand there from Carroll.
Well, it's another Carroll round, Barry.
It really
Gotta be. He's doing well, and the favourite, Declan Geraghty, is well behind.
Lots of jabs and middle. Are you looking at me? Lots of jabs.
While you're away, they've been telling Declan Geraghty here to ride out the storm that Jono Carroll is starting to blow.
And all those body shots, I think he's been working the body from the first round. And again, evident in that round with that lovely right hook. And that's just slowing the legs and draining the energy out of Geraghty.
He's really got to dig in here, Geraghty, if he's going to turn this one around. Very slow coming out of his corner. Declan Geraghty Senior, some running repairs on the binding around that right glove, and the very pro Jono Carroll crowd not altogether impressed.
If you can just find a little bit of spark here, Geraghty, like he did in the early round. That first round, the fast feet, the real sharp, the jab especially he needs.
Step back.
Carroll saying something to Geraghty as he goes trying to land huge shots again. Good hand speed with that jab. Misses with the left hook, perhaps just as well. My word, a touch of gloves and apology.
That's him with Carroll. He's not the biggest of punchers, but he's physically very, very strong.
He's immensely fit. Geraghty, the man with the amateur pedigree. He's certainly got boxing skills, but he needs more than just skill here. This is a test of heart.
But he's got to be pumping that jab out. Just allowing Carroll to walk too close to him. And I mean, literally he's walking into it. He's not sliding the feet in. Carroll just walking him down. So Geraghty got to use that jab.
There's a nice left hand in there from Geraghty. And the tremendous relentless pace that Carroll was setting in that second and particularly the third round,
again,
not quite being able to sustain it.
Yeah, again, those body shots is there from Carroll.
Referee again wanting them to fight their way out, and he's turned his back there. Geraghty, you can't do that. Carroll had whacked him on the back or in the kidney area. It had wound up being the wrongdoer, but Geraghty turning his back, and you can't do that.
He's absolutely shattered, Declan Geraghty. Oh, lovely uppercut to finish the round there.
Good work, right on the bell from Carroll.
Throw your left hand, bring it down.
Breathe now, Declan, breathe.
Here in Belfast, the all-Irish battle. Two Dubliners, Jono Carroll and Declan Geraghty. A massively anticipated rematch of a dramatic fight, which ended in Carroll's favour when Geraghty was ahead on the referee's card back in 2014. Here in 2018, it looks at this stage as though Carroll is the stronger and is clearly ahead at this point of the fight. A 12-rounder for the IBF Intercontinental Super Featherweight crown.
Yeah, he is. I mean, you can see Geraghty got tools that he could be picking up the points, and he could be ahead if he was using them correctly. But I think the body shots and just the physical strength, and this time round, probably opposed to the last time, a bit more man strength. I think that's been the difference so far.
Carroll not slow to tell him, stand here and fight like a man, and a complaint to the referee from Geraghty. He thought one of them was low, and I don't agree. He's ducking below the correct height there as well. You can't go below waist level, and tremendous body shots coming in from Carroll. But there's a nice left-hand counter from Geraghty, but he's being beaten up by those body shots.
He's absolutely exhausted. You can see that by the way he's throwing. Everything's wide. And look at his action there. He gets caught there. His body goes a little bit loose. And that's just exhaustion. And he's gamely firing back. There's no snapping his shots anymore, not for Geraghty. A little bit wild with his punches. And it's just because he's absolutely shattered. And that's all due with the pressure of this man, Jono Carroll.
I was one of those who thought that the bookies had got it wrong here, making Geraghty the favourite. Carroll, you could get 7-5 against, which seemed like, well, an amazing price, really. Anybody who's watched his improvement over the last year or two, Geraghty has got to really dig in, and he's told by the referee, you're ducking too low.
Massive round here for Carroll. Huge.
If Geraghty's gamble is that Carroll is going to punch himself to a standstill, it is a very, very high-risk strategy.
Oh, good left hand there from Geraghty. Good little time. He's best to fight back. Just haven't got it in the tank.
Cuts opened up again on Carroll's face. Blood trickling into his right eye. There's that body shot again. That was low. There's a left hand there which was in very much the danger area.
But all the fight's being fought in the range of Carroll's shooting. This is where he wants it. Inside those long arms of Geraghty so he can work away.
He wanted to turn it into a brawl because he knew at this sort of fight he would be the man, and it's showing so. Geraghty has not got very much left, I don't think.
He's got to fire back. The referee will step in if he don't fire back.
Another hurtful body shot. He almost crumpled with that, and he's almost out on his feet. Tremendous round for Carroll.
Jono, very good, but body. Don't go for set for the head. Again, body. He fucking the body. He's fucking the body. Okay? When you close like that, he a single shot. He doesn't punch now. He stays straight. Pull the hands down. He goes down. Body. Okay? He has his.
Sorry again about some of the language that you're getting in the corners, and I'm sure you can understand why you're hearing it. Savage fight.
But Geraghty, he's not throwing enough punches back. He's trying to be elusive, but he's too slow, too tired at this stage now. And the physical strength of Carroll here, just showing work in the body constantly. Well, look at that, right in the solar plexus. Fantastic work. And at the end of that round, if he didn't fire back, it looked like the referee was maybe going to step in. A lot of questions need to be answered now for Geraghty. He's the biggest round of his life.
Carroll's there, ready, and saying to Geraghty, get up, get off your stool, get your guys out of the ring, I'm ready to go into the second half of the fight.
Somehow Geraghty got to find that rhythm, that spark, that little bit of injection of pace in his work. It's hard to see where it comes from, John.
He needs to find a big shot, doesn't he? I mean, he's got to discourage Carroll. He's not going to run out of steam, whatever his corner's telling him. It won't happen.
Well, I mean, he wants a big punch. If he gets a bit of sharpness in his work, and can just start pinging that jab and frustrate Carroll. But I just don't think he's got the energy left in the locker. And horrible, it's always a daunting thought when you're absolutely knackered in the one corner and the fighter opposite you is full of beans, full of energy.
Geraghty had a really good win against John Quigley, against whom Carroll only scored a tight decision a little while back, and that meant, as well as the memory of what happened back in 2014, that Geraghty went into this fight with confidence that his boxing skills would prevail.
Well, he is a good boxer, but Carroll hasn't allowed him space to show that. To show after the first round, he's put it right on him, and the body shots. When people are always going about, you do the body work early and it pays dividends later on in the fight, and that's what it's proven for Jono Carroll. Just slow those legs down, slow that hand speed down. Oh, lovely left hand there from Geraghty.
That's a good punch. Doing better in the first half of the 7th round. Carroll tries to thud home yet more body shots. Geraghty's managed to, from somewhere, find a bit of spring in his step in this 7th. Lovely work. Left hook to the body and then the uppercut inside.
And again, Geraghty tries to fire back, lands with a good shot, but then the body shot back there from Carroll. Just slow him down a little bit more.
I bet there'll be a lot of people watching this down Dublin way.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like most of them are here.
Oh, good attack from Carroll again as we move into the closing stages of this 7th round.
Another good round. Finished the round well here, Carroll.
Geraghty did better in the early stages, but Carroll finishes it on top. Geraghty nods to his corner as much as to say, yeah, he is running out of steam. Well, I don't see it, and I see another round for Carroll.
He looks full of energy to me, Carroll, John.
Start to work uppercuts. When you close the middle distance, start to work uppercuts.
His coach there, the trainer, was actually a decent fighter himself, fought Sergio Martinez and also David Lemieux. Didn't beat him, but he fought him.
Oh, it's a lovely little shot there, little screw shot there with the right hand. Oh, fantastic shot there, just using the shoulder there, little pro trick, push him off, make a bit of space there for that left hand over the top. There from Geraghty, and then doing the right thing, using those legs, get out the trouble.
And waist shots. Relax. Waist shots. Enjoy this.
Can he somehow claw his way back? too much grease around the eyes, and Bob Williams telling them to get rid of it.
Well, to be honest, if Geraghty wins every round now and that last round, which is close-ish, and he gets that, then he has a chance.
Yeah, he's got to win significantly. On your card there, a 6-point margin with just 5 rounds remaining. Nice little left hand from Geraghty, doubling up on the jab. Heads he complains about.
And he's right to look at the gash on the forehead of Carroll. Streaming blood.
It is not a fight for the squeamish. Carroll will know that he's cut, and will it provoke another frenzied attack? Will it spark another bout of all-out aggression? Referee's not going to allow Geraghty to do that. Back into the corner.
Oh, it's a nasty. I know it was a nasty gash on his hair that's looking, but it looks from here, it looks terrible.
Well, Jono Carroll looking out into the crowd and smiling. Don't worry about it. It's only a flesh wound.
I'm trying to see him not so if it was just the black hair would have flipped over where the blood is. But it looked like a massive gash, first of all.
No, it's not nice. Whoever wins this one's going to be in celebratory mood.
Oh, it's good from Carroll again.
It turns out to be Carroll. It might have to be delayed while a little bit of work is done on that face.
He's that jab again, Geraghty. That's what's happening with Geraghty in the last few rounds. It's just all those straight punches, the jab, the long left hand, they're just all going out the window.
That smile on Carroll's face as he comes forward, looking for Geraghty. Looks pretty frightening outside the ring. He's a charming guy, but you're on the receiving end of this.
Oh, good shot. Lovely left uppercut.
More hurtful body shots thudding home.
He's fit as a flea, isn't he?
He certainly is. Some men are born to fight, and this is one of them. Fair play to Geraghty. He's dug in. He looked about spent after about the 5th round.
Oh, and a few times he's looked really on his way down. It's just like the exhaustion, but he just fires back just enough to keep him in the fight.
Good left hand there to the body from Geraghty.
But not enough to win any rounds, John. That's the worry.
Geraghty goes back to his corner, absolutely whacked. Carroll holds his hands out and says, "Come on then, thought you were going to beat me."
I want to see more from you, son. I want to see you resist it.
Bob Williams saying he wants to see more from him or he's going to stop it.
Oh. The irony of that head clash is it was Geraghty who complained. It was rightly so, because it was a horrible clash of heads.
Yeah,
but Carroll's just so focused on marching forward and trying to destroy Geraghty that he doesn't even care.
Blood, I don't care.
Flicking blood all over us, which was very nice.
Another dry cleaning bill.
But the strength and the body work, that's what's just slowed the legs down. It's taken the energy right out of Geraghty, and all those good boxing skills he has hasn't been able to use because he's been exhausted since round 5.
Somehow he's still in there, but Carroll is getting further and further away. 9th round, 12th rounder for the IBF Intercontinental Super Featherweight title, the belt that Carroll won against Humberto de Santiago back in November last year.
Oh, lovely jab there from Geraghty. See, he's a really talented boxer. He's got some beautiful skills, as you see there, but he just needs room and a little bit of space to let his hands go, and he hasn't been allowed that tonight so far.
And here is corner telling him to jab. Oh, good shot.
And look at the energy. I can't get over how fit he is, Carroll. Oh, good shot. Lovely left hand. Right on the button there from Carroll.
The punch counts would be absolutely phenomenal for Jono Carroll.
I tell you, if he can get Geraghty on the ropes now and just let his hands go, a sustained attack, a big flurry, the referee steps in.
I think so.
He steps in.
Geraghty looks as though he's got precious little left to offer.
But he's given everything he's got, but he's absolutely exhausted. And that's when you start getting hurt.
Carroll just trying to set himself, trying to cut off the ring. Good work from Geraghty, but now a couple of powerful body shots. I'm all right, says Geraghty to the referee.
I think one was just a little bit low there, John, from Carroll. Not the first time, to be fair.
Well, he's certainly low there. You can't go below waist height, and Geraghty doing so.
There you go, Geraghty. Just when like Paul Williams is going to step in, just another little right uppercut to keep him in play.
No knockdown, obviously. As the exhausted Geraghty is forced to the ground. Box on. How much box is there left in Declan Geraghty?
That's enough now.
That's it, it's all over. And Carroll has taken it. He has won this fight for the pride of Dublin and the pride of Ireland, and he's retained his title. And I suspect that win for the bearded Jono Carroll will give him more pleasure than anything else he has achieved as a boxer.
What a win, what a fight, what a way to do it. Against a real talented boxer, and he systematically beats him up. Let's be honest, not a bit disparaging to Geraghty. That body work from early doors just beat him up with it, wore him down. Just true attrition in the end, was just aggression, physical strength. And if Carroll had real punching power, he would be avoided like the plague. He really would. And even now he's still back, because who wants to fight a guy like that? You can't hurt him. He's as fit as a fiddle, physically strong, and doesn't stop coming forward.
Well, people say he's not the sweetest boxer in the world, but I love watching this fella fight. He's a fighter. He so much wears his heart on his sleeve. He gives absolutely everything, and he's done it again. In many people's eyes, he's beaten the superior boxer here.
Well, he's beaten the guy, probably the better technician, for sure. Not saying the better boxer overall, but he didn't stop to let his hands go. And it wasn't just swinging like a lunatic. He was thinking about his work. Okay, you see here, that's thinking about your work. But the whole work in the body. He never threw a shot to the head without going on to the body after. He went to the body first at times quite often. Worked away. Some went low, sure they did. Heads clash, sure they did.
Sorry again about some of the language that you've heard between rounds, and then in the celebration of Carroll as he has his supreme moment of triumph. That was an X-rated performance. 18s and over so far as the violence was concerned, and Carroll was exceptional.
It was the performance you need. Everyone needs a stand-up performance, an arriving performance into a bigger stage, and this was it for Carroll. This was it now. The people in his division will truly stand up and take notice now, sit up and take notice of him.
Bob Arum's man, Brad Jacobs, who used to manage Roy Jones Jr. for many a year, and also Bruce Trampler, who's been Bob's matchmaker for 40-odd years now, seems to have been around forever. They were sitting right at ringside, and you could see the look on their faces, and they were up on their feet, applauding with everybody else at the end.
He has that crowd pleasing style that you want him to come on your show. He sells tickets. It's exciting to watch. Just a note, Declan Geraghty will come again. He's a good boxer. He just got beat by a guy who had the right tactics by slowing his legs down with body shots, and he was exhausted, and he still fired out. He's a brave kid with lots of skill, but tonight belongs to that monster in the ring there, Jono Carroll.
What a tremendous performance. And now we can hear from Thomas Schreiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes, 12 seconds of round number 9. Our referee in charge, Bob Williams, steps in, stops the contest. Your winner by way of technical knockout, and still IBF Intercontinental Super Featherweight Champion, Jono King Kong Carroll.
A lot of bad words, a lot of animosity, but now a real heartfelt congratulations coming from Declan Geraghty. Jono Carroll tonight was just superb.
John, as were two others who need a mention in there, the cut man, Niall Byrne, and Bob Williams, the referee. What a performance from both men. But Steve, Jono Carroll prevails again. Is he the best fighter in his class in Britain or Ireland right now?
Well, I tell you what, you'd fancy him if he went in with Sam Bowen, who's the British champion. Obviously, it couldn't be for the British title. You'd fancy him against James Tennyson. What happens in that fight? James gets a bit of form. Tennyson stopped Geraghty earlier and possibly easier. But let me just say, that round 3, that was like a throwback. It was Castillo Corrales style. That's a potential round of the year, round 3, and then it continued. It was relentless.
How did it look from your angle?
I thought it was a brilliant performance from Jono Carroll. I think someone with a style like Geraghty, he needs space, and Jono just didn't allow it to happen. He bullied him at times in there tonight. Geraghty, he stuck it out and he was tough, and he showed that he's a tough guy, but Jono was on fire tonight.
We'll get to Carroll's qualities in just a moment, but on that, forgive me, as the layman, Geraghty tonight, as good a boxer as he is, sometimes is the safest place not in there, rather than trying to look for distance. Tell us.
Yeah, it is. Of course it is. But when you're fighting an opponent like Jono Carroll, he's stronger than Geraghty. So when you're up close, he's pushing you around. He's finding good body shots and stuff. But someone like Geraghty, they like to have distance, but it's important to be able to hurt your opponent coming forward, and I don't think Geraghty was able to do that tonight.
Richie.
And one of the mistakes he was making tonight, Geraghty, he was conceding his height too much. He was dipping down far too low. And I thought his best round was actually the first round, because I thought he boxed well on the back foot and maintained a good jab. And Carroll just couldn't get with it in the first round. I think that the occasion got to him a little bit, but then he really did get into the contest. This is a great round. This is the round Steve's on about. It's toe to toe, but it's as if Carroll is making a statement. You're going to fight my fight. I'm going to drag you into the trenches here, and we're going to war. And that's the mistake Geraghty made. He couldn't keep him off. He couldn't keep this fella who just kept coming. He was so strong. It was Richie, a great performance.
You talk about Geraghty ducking down. That's on account of Jono Carroll removing about 7 or 8 of his ribs throughout that fight. He hit him with body shots, not 1 or 2. He wasn't touching him. Those were thunderous, fight-ending body shots from the first round to the stop.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's holding his feet, crouching down, he's inviting pressure, and Carroll hit the target downstairs again and really hurt him. And you've got to give credit to Geraghty for actually getting through as far as he did, because he looked very tired from about round 4 or 5.
Absolutely.
So it was a good performance from the referee to stop it.
To Ron McIntosh. Ron.
Thank you very much indeed for Jono. Well, live on television, you just made a successful defence of that IBF Intercontinental title. Your thoughts on prevailing in that rematch over Declan Geraghty?
Yeah, it was spectacular. It was everything what it was built up to be. I'm so happy that's the way it went. If I had that ended early, I would have been a bit devastated, because the fans, it's been very exciting for a long time. People had waited, 4 years for this? So I'm glad I was able to put on a great performance. I said on the build-up, this is going to be a great performance by me. I'm learning so much in the gym. I'm practicing so much, and I'm always just trying to improve. And I think I proved that in there today. I got hard. I can obviously take headbutts, take elbows. You can take whatever you want to give me. And I can dish it back out. It was exciting. It was fun.
Most certainly was. The third round, the sustained body attack throughout. You talked about the build-up and how much the Belfast and Fight public had wanted this contest, this cross-Dublin derby. How much more sweeter does that make this victory, given how controversial the first ending was?
Well, he said he was going to give me a boxing lesson, and I'm not going to lie. When we were amateurs and we sparred, he did give me a boxing lesson, so all my training, I just kept thinking of that and made sure I was not getting embarrassed in front of this amazing crowd. Go on, Belfast! Go on, my son! But, yeah, this is what I'm in the game for. These exciting fights. These Belfast crowd is just unbelievable. They really spurred me on there. When times start getting tough, I just dug deep and I've done it for everyone. All those kids out there taking pictures, I'm blown away. Thank you for the support.
You've received tremendous support. Just elaborate on the sparring sessions that you shared and your first match 4 years ago when you said that he perhaps was outboxing you. How key was it for you to apply the remorseless, relentless pressure that you did so he couldn't demonstrate his boxing skills?
Well, to be honest, my second week of training, I sparred and my eye opened again. So I was only able to body spar for this whole camp. So I knew my body punching was going to be relentless. So I knew to keep doing that because that's all we practice in the gym. Declan's very elusive. So I knew it was going to be hard to catch him with the head early. So the game, do you know what? I was wearing this big Hannibal Lecter head guard. It was a big stupid thing. But I could barely see. So all I was doing was constantly focusing on the body shots. And that's what we done in there today. And that slowed him down. I knew once the feet started slowing down, I was just going to take him out to the head. So once he slowed, we kept attacking. And that relentlessness just broke him down. Because when we were amateurs, it was only my second year of boxing. He was 2 years older than me. And I remember when I was trying to hit him in the head, he just kept slipping and countering me. So I knew to not let that happen. I knew to keep a nice tight guard. And he caught me with a stupid backhand early. And I was nearly looking at the corner like, I know, Albert, sorry. So straight away in the second round, make sure that didn't happen again, and we stuck to the game plan.
You did a terrific job in that respect. If I could just ask you briefly, you're ranked number 7 by the IBF. You've got a red-hot division domestically. Where would you want to go next? Briefly, just tell us.
I want world titles. It's the whole reason I'm in this game. Who would like to see me have a world title in Belfast? What about Dublin? Belfast, Dublin, I do not know. I don't care. This is the home away from home for me. I love the Belfast crowd. Thank you for all this support. It's amazing.
Congratulations on your victory tonight. Very well done indeed.
World titles, baby. I'm bringing a world title home. Trust me.
I think that is the greatest testament to his fitness above everything that he's managed that interview after all that. Next up, it keeps coming.